Good afternoon. It's meteorologist Erica Martin with Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. I do hope you're all having a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and it's time to give you guys an update as to what we saw these past couple of hours when it comes to that atmospheric river impacting the Pacific Northwest. What types of situations did they get there? Did they get any major reports as far as disasters go? We, of course, have to take a look at that for you. But we also have to take a look at some air quality concerns happening in and along the Gulf states. We also have some fire weather concerns as well, and some wind concerns. If you've never been here before, I'm meteorologist Erica Martin, and this is Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. I'm so excited that you are here joining me today with some really great updates. I do actually have some guests coming on shortly. We're going to talk about wellness and weather and just really kind of get a little bit of an insight scoop as to how one medical doctor and one yogi and one wellness guru uh, helps, kind of gives us advice as to how we can probably be better during this time of the year. So excited about that. But yeah, there is a lot to go over. We're also going to talk about our climatological outlook. Um, the CPC has issued a long range outlook, and you guys know, it's a love hate relationship with that graphic, but I'll show you nonetheless. And right now, we do have a rather quiet stretch for many of us across the nation. Now you can see here that we have some highlighted red, which we have to get to. Okay, that's going to be the fire warning. Now I'm going to quickly pull off radar and satellite, and I just want to see my weather alerts. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and query, and we're going to see what's happening here. So yes, we do have the fire weather warning. This concern is in effect until 8 p.m. local time this evening for low humidity and gusty winds for most of western and north central Nebraska. Okay, so now you're seeing here the concern we have is, of course, the possibility of any type of fire weather really taking off. Okay, that's one of the bigger stories right now, but we also have one here in Colorado. So let's see what's happening and what the concern is. National Weather Service in Pueblo has issued a red flag warning for gusty winds and low relative humidity, which is in effect from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay, it's local time. Affected area, fire weather zone 224. And you know what? Let me see if I've got a fire weather zone for you on this one. Usually we do. Okay, fire weather zone 204, 206, 208, and 209. And the gusts, as you can see, are a bit of an issue. I mean, you can look at it right now. Let me remove these. Look at that. Do you see the winds really being a problem? This is a high wind warning. You guys know that one, right? And look at look at how this is battling it out right here. Wow. Okay, this is an interesting setup right there. Let me take a quick look at as to what it might be. Um, yeah, that's just looks like there's this, wow, trough. Okay, let's see here. Just that frontal boundary, and then there's a trough that's just hanging to the left of the area, and so this just looks like Nebraska's getting all types of stuff right now. They've got the frontal boundary, impacting them. They also have a trough. And of course, they have very dry conditions, very arid conditions. So a lot is happening here in Nebraska. This looks like a special weather statement that's just being issued. All right. So this was, yep, and we just caught it just in time because this is 7:52 CST and it's 5:55 PST. So Doppler radar tracking gusty showers and thunderstorms along a line extended from near Carlton to 6 miles southwest of Guide Rock. Movement was east at 50 miles per hour. So now let's put on our storm tracks, okay? Let's see what happens here. Let's remove that. Let's go to our storm tracks and let's see what we could be seeing. We actually might have to get on our sweeping radar. Guys, I hope you all had a wonderful Monday. I hope you all had a wonderful Tuesday. Let me know what you can I don't know what you might need from me this week as far as any updates. I had somebody ask me a really good question and I felt so bad because it was like from 4 weeks ago. I did answer it. Oh, it was the 540 line. They were asking about the 540 line. I got to think of his name. And it was a really great question. So, of course, I answered it. But I thought, you know what? Who else would want to hear about the 540 line? Okay, so here you see we have our wind warnings. We have our fire weather concerns, or this is a red flag warning to be clear. Okay. And we want to see this special weather statement as well issued by the National Weather Service, and that is due to radar indicated strong gusts. Okay. So, what we're going to do in one moment is we're going to go to our sweeping radar product and really give you a great idea of what that might look like. Okay. But like I said, I wanted to see if we could pull up some of those storms. Let me remove these too. You know, maybe. Let's see what these storm tracks might look like. Okay. Maybe. Okay. We'll take a look here. We'll just see what we have. We're going to keep an eye out for Nebraska, Missouri, Oklahoma, the Dakotas, parts of Colorado. Okay. New Mexico. All right, guys. All right. Now let's head on over to New England. You guys know where I'm from. Woo! I miss my family, but boy, not right now. not today. I don't miss them today. But I'm kidding. But yeah, you're seeing all of the returns there. You're seeing that mix, the pink, the white. Of course, you all know that does mean what? It means we've got that snow. So the snow is definitely an issue for many of you across the let's see, the Adirondacks. You know, you guys are getting some good amount of snow. We have a lot of snow happening across upstate New York, the mountains in and along New England. That's to be expected. And that little there's a clipper. It's a little Canadian clipper. It's a Canadian clipper is what we call it. It's just like moving along, and basically that's just what it's doing. And so it brings us a lot of active weather. Like a Canadian clipper is so it's generally dry, but it'll be active because there'll be a lot of wind associated with it. But it's just enough to like, leave us a little bit of a dusting, and then I don't know, bring us a lot of wind. Pretty funny. So it's funny. Um, that's too funny. Well, I looks like I might have let's see, Anna coming on soon. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, and we will definitely do some more weather updates. But yeah, as you can see here, we have a little bit to talk about as far as the Great Lakes are concerned, the UP as well. And this is all, let's see, associated with some weather alerts. Okay. I want to get to this one right here. Okay. This one right here, an air quality alert and the dense fog advisory. Okay. So expected around here, especially because of, oh, and here's a storm right here, actually. Here we go. See those storms? Here we go. These little guys right here. They're just dumping some hail. Looks like some hail. Getting a little bit of rotation. Let me go back to this storm. Yeah. System time now. Uh-huh. Yeah, a little bit of rotation there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep, so that looks interesting. And look at the direction of, oh, so you get all these little strong storms right in and around the Gulf, right? Yeah, that was what we expected anyhow. It'll be better by tomorrow. Certainly seeing improvement. Also seeing all of these hydrologic alerts, whether it's a flood watch or a flood warning. It is definitely something that I think I want to keep you guys informed about, because here, do you see the difference we have here? Here we have the dense fog advisory, but I've got to get to this one right here. Okay, we have our flood warning versus our other flood warning. And let me just go ahead and clear these off. Here we go. This is a hydrological report of some kind. Here we go. Flood warning. These are all coming in as flood warnings. This one is throwing me off though because of the color. So let me take a look here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, normally it'd be that darker green, but hey, this is what is populating. Could be just because of the area. Could just be that that's what's populating. You know, no big deal there. But yeah, definitely keeping you guys alert. I'm just getting all of my streams going. All right, guys. Okay. So here we can see that the influence of the Gulf air is impacting the Gulf states and seeing lots of dense fog. We're also seeing the concern for flooding. And of course, we have one or two storms that are just like right on the coast there. Corpus Christi, they're just right hanging around, little rotation. I don't see anything more than that right there. This is another alert I wanted to focus on with you all. So that's a rip current statement. You all know this is always really, I always worry about these. Just swim near a lifeguard. If caught in a rip current, relax. Please relax and float. Don't swim against the current. If able, swim in a direction following the shoreline. If unable to escape, face the shore and call or wave for help. Okay. That's just how it has to get done. I want you guys to really be aware that you want to make sure you are swimming, relaxing, first of all, and you are swimming in the direction following the shoreline. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Okay. If you're in that area, friends in that area. We're going to go out a little bit more. Okay, here we have, this looks like small craft advisories, right? But let's just take a look to be safe. We always have to be safe. Small craft advisories, more air quality issues, which is what we talked about earlier. So, okay, let's see. Okay, all righty. Okay. We have our special weather statement, which is what we talked about. And this is likely going to do a lot with the fact that that storm cell is moving through. And we've got some major wind concerns. Okay. So let's zoom on in and let's take a look at this guy moving through Nelson, Hebron. Oh, well, this guy's going really fast there. Okay. Look at that. Right on the border. All right. Hebron, Nelson, Nebraska. That's a good one right there. Let's see if what this guy might have on him. Okay. Let's see. Let's track him very closely. Let me see if I can get a different value. But this is one guy right now that could be causing some trouble. So we'll be watching him and up here as well. Okay. So Nebraska, you're definitely getting something. Wow. Look at this. Harvard, Sutton, McCool Junction. Wow, this is a lot. This is a lot of stuff happening, guys. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, it's just starting to fire up for parts of the Central Plains. That's something you want to look at. Okay, once again, we talked about that fire weather. Notice how the area has decreased, right? So some of it is expired, but we still have fire weather concerns. So just please keep that in mind and make sure that anybody you know that might be in that area would know as well. Okay. And look at these storm cells. They're still doing their thing just off the coast of Texas. Look at that. They're just doing their thing. They're there. They're just dropping some hail. Okay. Over here again, excuse me. We were in Washington State. We saw that there was a lot of concern for flooding. This is a flood watch, right? We also had concern for wind. And then, of course, we had this interesting rain snow mix, especially at higher elevations, which, if you'll recall, that's why we were concerned about. We were concerned about the threat of an avalanche, right? That was a big problem. That was a big concern. Okay. see what else. Guys, there's so much going on. Even when it's just like kind of quiet, you're like, geez, you can't stop. There's just so much going on. I am gonna go back to Asia, right? I'm gonna start looking in that direction because I like to keep in mind what everything that we're getting in this direction. Okay, so like look at this guy right here. Okay, look at him. We were watching him yesterday. Okay, you guys remember? Okay, do you guys remember? This is what we were watching. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, we have to move our temperatures. We stayed on that one. Okay. Currently, we're at 60 in Los Angeles, 70 in Styles, and 71 in Odessa. Scotts Bluff at 39. Denver at 54. Portland at 51. Seattle at 47. Let's see who else. Who. Salt Lake City, 43. 41 for Chicago, Green Bay 38, Detroit 44, Louisville 53, Nashville, we've got you at 59, 61 for Hotlanta, Montgomery 59, Charleston 58, 70 for Miami, Roanoke 58, 52 for Baltimore, keeping it in the 40s up and along the northeast, the tri-state area. Not bad, guys. This is not a bad thing at all. So I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, let's see. Now, our wind profile includes a really strong northwesterly, westerly push right around the northern high plains. And then if you go a little farther south, like the southern high plains, you're seeing a southerly push there. All in all, we're getting northwesterlies in New York and southwesterlies in Boston. Los Angeles, a southwesterly wind, while San Francisco, you have a northwesterly wind. A little bit chillier for you, huh? All right, and the wind profile ranging from 4 miles per hour here in Los Angeles to 8 in Boston to 13 in Rapid City and Seattle to 4 miles per hour in Portland, 10 in Oklahoma City, 14 in Danbury. We've got 13 in Dallas, 10 in Denver. All in all, the wind profile is not that bad, right? And here's our long range outlook. I really wanted to show this to you because I like to give you guys a little bit of insight into maybe how you might want to start thinking about the next couple of weeks ahead. You know, I'm always thinking about severe weather, like in this case, tornado season. And now I have to prepare myself and my team to make sure that we can go out there and, chase some tornadoes and get that for you guys, right? We've got to get you guys the science that you want. So anyhow, we're looking at this one graphic right here, which shares the 6 to 10 day outlook, right? Then we go to an 8 to 14 day forecast. And then here we have a 3 to 4 week forecast. Okay. Now, once we hit that 3 to 4 week mark, it takes a little bit more, I think it just takes a little bit more commitment to make sure that you're looking at that number and that and these values and to make sure that they work out really well. And if you have to change anything, that's okay. Just let people know. And here's our futurecast hour by hour, starting this at 6 p.m. PST. Woo! Look at this. We've got that little Canadian clipper I told you about. Look at it making its way across the Great Lakes. It's bringing us some more snow across the Northeast. But generally speaking, do you see how much of the nation remains dry? We see some light green right here just around Los Angeles. I'm going to zoom on there in just one moment. But yeah, you can see here that, see? This is by Friday, 6 p.m. I'm going to pull up a longer range model. Okay. Alrighty, hang on 1 second. I'm going to show you guys a different model. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to pull up a long range solution model for you guys. Okay. All right, numerical weather. Let's see. I'm going to go to, yes, I'm going to use the GFS, guys. I just want to. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay. surface. I can't read it with surface. Okay. Let's just see what it's giving us for. By the way, I'm probably the only person working right now because isn't Luca playing the Mavericks? I gotta get going. Oh, hey. Oh, I found some heavy rain for SoCal. Okay, I see a little clipper that could bring something, squeeze a little something out in a couple days, nothing major. But the big one that I'm looking at is around March 12th, March 14th, right around there, okay? So there's definitely a lot happening there, okay? I want you guys to really be aware and just know what's happening, and just really be mindful of all the weather that could be impacting you. But this is why I wanted to give you guys a perspective there of what was happening in Southern California. Because guys, remember, we're going to be getting a taste of all this. You see this right here? See my little handy dandy blue hand? That's coming this way. That makes sense that this will get here by March, okay? That guy right there? Yeah, that makes sense, okay? Otherwise, so let's see. Most of our friends up here in the north, the northern UP, the northern Great Lakes, the Northeast in general, they're just getting clipped off by those Canadian clippers. Clippers. Yeah, so they're just like they're just getting some irritating weather, I guess. Only because it's just like there's a mix, as you can see there. So we've got that frozen precip, then you have rain, and then you've got to make sure that you're like when you're driving you're not encountering black ice, because that's the situation that you will encounter it in. So definitely some wonderful insight here with this product, and I want to show you one more really fun product that I think you guys might enjoy. Okay, so this is now day one, the potential for any thunderstorms. This would include, just hear me out here. This would include the potential for a thunderstorm. That's just about it. This has nothing to do with anything that's more severe. It has to do with, generally speaking, let's see, I'll tell you exactly what it is that's moving in that will cause that. Okay. Oh, there's an area of high pressure. There's a trough as well. And that's day two, day one, day two. Yeah, doesn't seem, just looks like there's a trough, and that could just be enough to destabilize it. And sometimes that's all you need. Let me look here. There, yep, you got your trough, you got your area of low pressure. It's a surface low, and yeah, that looks like it'll just cause a little bit of headache, especially for the threat of thunderstorms. As you can see here, I'm always showing you guys when you might be able to get some kind of active weather. I know, I'm always like, I just want you guys to I just want you guys to be safe. That's always been my concern. It's like, are you guys safe right now? Like, are you guys safe when it comes to our forecasting? As long as you're safe, I could care less. All I care about. Okay. So yeah, we're going to keep an eye out there for what's happening in Iowa, what's happening in, well, yeah, parts of the Midwest, really, and then parts of the northern plains as well. So these are just areas that I think will be very important for us to keep an eye out for. Let's see, we've got Minnesota, the Dakotas, Nebraska once again, and let's just go to our next one. And then that day two, as that system continues to move through, you can see here how the Midwest is being impacted here. Okay, so this is just a look at how we may or may not see thunderstorms play out. That is just about it. And I do want to show you our futurecast temps. This looks good. I believe we have a guest here. We do, I believe. Hang on one second. I'm going to let her in. Guys, we have Anna, who you all know is a wellness guru. She has been doing this for so long. She's got such great, great insight. And now that we're telling her about the colder air for folks in the northern Great Plains, maybe she's got some insight for us. Okay, we're going to make sure she's up. You can see her? Yeah, looks like we can. Okay. All right, guys, be sure you follow us at Weather Co-op across all of our platforms. Let's see. I can barely see you, Anna.
I'm so sorry. I'm in the car and I just realized how dark it is in here.
Oh my God.
Because the sun has already gone down. I don't want to do that though, it'll crash.
Oh no.
But
Well, you know what? Well, no worries. What we just did was we went over all of the forecasting, and I know you're going to be in
I was
later.
listening, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be later in the week, and I know you have a couple of things, but I think the quality is pretty bad, so I think I'm just gonna just send us your notes. Yeah.
And yes, speaking of which, because Siri is actually not well today. She has a little bit of a virus that's come up, so we could touch base about all of that when I log in next with you guys.
Perfect. Yeah, just I think Anna might be doing. Didn't you do Friday like 2 weeks ago with Tracy? Like, just set it up, and I'm gonna totally make sure that you guys have the space. But I gotta get back to all of my stuff. All right, babe. Hi. Tell him I said hi, Gabriel. All right, guys. So that was Anna. She stepped in for one moment because she wanted to make sure that she was in giving us some information that we may have needed, but I just didn't want that so dark. I didn't want that quality of lighting to impact this here. And then Siri Shakti, unfortunately, is under the weather, but this is like second or third person that I've talked to in just a couple of days. Hanif was sick. So many people. Get better, Siri Shakti. Get better. Okay. So now we're at our hour by hour forecast here for let's see how this cold air retreats. Ooh, retreat. Oh, there it is again. Retreat. Retreat. I'm all like, retreat, cold air. Look at that. It does. Okay, let's toggle this back, guys, and then we're going to call this a wrap. Look at this. So here we are, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, some of that cold air dips on down, and it's like, look, we don't want you around here. We don't want you around here, man. And he's like, all right. So by the end of the week, it retreats. And look at us. We all get some really mild conditions. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. This is just fantastic. Guys, I am just happy with the way this is looking for the rest of the week. We do have more of a zonal pattern right now. There's, again, some weather, as you saw, happening for some across the nation, but this isn't going to be one of those huge like weather weeks, okay? But still, there are things like you saw there, air quality concerns, dense fog, still seeing the threat of red flag warnings, and of course some hydrologic reports, things of that nature. And you even saw those storms that were like moving along right around the Gulf Coast. So I'm meteorologist Erica Martin with Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow with more updates. Actually, tomorrow, I'm so excited. I'm going to be at the Chamber of Commerce, an event that I was invited to. I'm so excited about that. We'll get to discuss our wonderful Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. I'm meteorologist Erica Martin. Bye, guys.